Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the vlog. This is actually the return from holidaying for 3 weeks in Uruguay. We had such a lovely time. I am all ready now, and we're about to go house hunting and then maybe like just have a little day around. Now, the reason why I didn't blog at all in Uruguay is because it's those 2 to 3 weeks that we take yearly to just completely disconnect from everything. For the most part, it's a trip. It's the only trip where we don't really do any sort of like social media bombarding or anything like that, like we do when we go anywhere else. And we just try to keep it like as much of a true, pure connecting with like family and friends, etc., etc. So that's what we did. It was beautiful. We got to see some new members of the family, like the baby ones, and then we got to see obviously our friends and some newer members of their families. So that was super, super lovely. We're not jet lagged at all, I think. Are you jet lagged? No. Hombre de pocas palabras. So we're not very jet lagged or anything like that. We had quite a restful flight in, and then we laid over in Paris for 1 day. We stayed at our friend's house. We had dinner with them. It was super fun to like reconnect. It's like our little Parisian family. And then we came here to Deauville. So for the agenda today, what we're going to be doing is we are actually on the market for a new place. So we're going to be visiting a house. It's a 5-bed. Is it a 5-bed or a 4-bed? No? It's a 4-bed. Okay. And then, yeah, so we're going to be visiting that. We're going to be visiting around, probably have some late lunch. I can really already tell it's spring because like it's been about a minute that I've put my makeup on and just been out for a second, and then I'm already feeling like the itchiness that starts to come in here. I didn't used to get allergies whatsoever. So if you have any like sort of home remedies, instead of taking, I don't know the name of what I take, but I take this medication that basically like completely puts me out whenever I take it. And I become quite useless. So obviously I haven't taken any today because I'm going to be driving. If you have any advice on like what to take for days with allergies, I would welcome it, because we're going into spring here in France and it's already announcing itself a little bit like busy on the face allergy area. So that would be nice to know of some sort of like home remedy, something that doesn't put you off, because I feel like any sort of medication for... I also have a fresh layer of tan. I feel like all renewed. I've done a little bit of a light makeup. I've done my hair. I'll show you my outfit of the day in about a minute. It's actually quite early, so we don't have a lot of light on the office today, but alternatively I'll just show you while we're outside. And yeah, let's get cracking with the day. Are we? Okay, so for my outfit of the day, I've picked up something really, really comfortable to go visit the house with hubby. I am wearing a pair of Celine Sunnies because I'll be driving against the sun later. And I have my lovely Hermes Picotin with my yellow gold hardware that I absolutely adore. I'm also wearing a little wool shawl that we picked up in Uruguay together. I also have a pair of wool bichos. I'm also wearing a pair of wool Sandro trousers and this little high neck top in cream as well. So let's go find our next house. Hello again, everyone. So we've just finished the visit of our maybe future house. I don't know yet. There was stuff that we really, really loved about it, particularly like the structure of the house. We obviously would want to like bring our essence to it. The house from the 80s, and it's really lovely in the sense that it's got a lot of the characteristics of a house here in Normandy regarding the like sort of like the typical structure. I think they're even obliged to follow like a certain guideline when it comes to aesthetics. But I think we're a little bit hesitant regarding the fact that the neighbors would be like a zone agricole. I think that means like they're allowed to have some agriculture instructions and like they can change the practices that they have at the moment. Because at the minute, what there's going on wouldn't really be a problem for us. The type of plantations that there are. Oh, look, there's a little bean there. Just like the type of plantations that there are and everything like that, that's not really a problem. We want to have a greenhouse ourselves and plantations on our own. We're just not really sure if the actual neighbors are doing organic plantations or if they're using pesticides, etc., etc. So there's quite a couple of things still to find out in order to know if this is something that we would want to move forward with, etc. So I guess we're going to have to like do a little bit of a debrief, right?
Yeah.
Come up with a couple of extra questions that they weren't able to answer now. And then if that's the case, that everything goes in like the way that we would want it. I think we both really liked it, right? What did you think about it?
That was quite nice, actually.
Right? The house itself is nice. And it's very like healthy. There's not like humidity or anything like that. We obviously, like I said, we would still want to like change it completely. But the structure itself is beautiful. There's a lot of light. There's a beautiful terrace. The terrain's big enough for us to be able to like make our dream pool and our dream greenhouse eventually. And I don't know, could you see yourself living there?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah.
I do as well. I think you would be super cute. You're a little bit of a camera shy person, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's not even looking at you, my little bunny. I think at the minute it's just a little bit confusing in the sense that I think we weren't as aware of what it means to be like in an agricultural area. So in a way, yeah, it's super cool. And there's like just like all of this, like we're actually like in front of the house right now because we found out there's this place that makes a sort of cider from here. It's called Calvados. It's a drink that's very particular to this area. We're just about like almost a half-hour ride from Deauville. That's actually where we're living right now. The days we're not in Paris. And yeah, so it would be quite a change to move from the seaside, but also I think if we're going to do it, we don't want to take the risk that the neighbor next door can like Monday, like morning to night or night to morning, what's that expression? Night to morning, change everything that they're doing agriculturally and find ourselves with someone that maybe it's not planting organic next to us, or find ourselves with someone that's just doing stuff a little bit different. So I don't know. I guess we have to debrief and see. In any case, it was fun because that showed us that we like this type of surface, we like this type of structure. We're looking into something that's a little bit on the traditional side that we would change on the inside. So that's very nice to know that that's something like that pleases us and that like we could see ourselves living in there for a while. I think altogether it's a nice experience anyway, because that just makes yourself ask some questions and get step by step closer to what is going to be the next home for the next couple of years. We are just heading into this place. I'm going to turn around the camera soon and I'm going to show you that. We are going to go and see if it's possible for us to do a visit today. We don't have anything booked and it is quite a busy bank holiday weekend here. So hopefully we'll be able to, and yeah, if it's the case, we'll be taking you around a lovely tour of, what is it? Cider? Calvados?
No, cider factory.
A cider factory. Okay, it sounds fun. So let's see if it's opened. Later on the same day, we've done our home visit and then we did another visit to a little distillery. It's not little actually. So they've been running for 5 generations and they've been producing Calvados, which is basically a distilled type of cider. It's very characteristic to this area. I'm actually going to get my skin cleaned out today. I didn't wear makeup for too long, but it is spring, like I was telling you early morning, so I do start to feel the effects of, I don't know if it's the pollen or yeah, it's probably like just the change of seasons, and I get a little bit itchy. So even if I wear the same product that I've been wearing all year round, I will start to feel my skin just a little bit like itchy and uncomfortable. So I'm basically removing a first layer of makeup with this product. It's the Bioderma Micellar Water, and I use the one for sensitive skin. So I always have a couple of big tubs of this ones laying around, and I travel with a small one. And then for the second layer of makeup removal, I was thinking I could use the product that the lovely team at Intuis sent, which is actually a makeup removal product or a cleansing product. Whenever I'm wearing makeup, I'll always remove the first layer with the Bioderma, and then I'll continue removing it with whatever next product I want to use for my second cleanse. So for the rest, it's actually fake tan. So that is why my face looks a little bit lighter than the rest of my body. I need to hurry up. A, because we don't have much light left. And B, because I promised hubby I wouldn't take very long because I'm on cooking duty tonight. I'm also on foie gras and wine and like picadita before eating duty, so need to hurry up. This is the Intuis cleansing lotion. That is what it looks like. I love the idea of the little included pump in there. I think that's super comfortable. So I'm just gonna take out some product into a cotton pad. Oh, I guess this could have replaced my micellar water. I don't know if I would have wanted to waste it anyway. It has a very light fragrance, but it's not overpowering at all. It feels really calming and luxurious. If I have to describe it, I would say it smells very luxurious. It smells like a little spa. Absolutely love it. I said, not an overpowering scent, but still there is one. So good to know for anybody that's into that sort of stuff. This will definitely be up your alley. Also, I'm trying it on my eyes. This is my first time trying this product, and no allergy whatsoever. And I'm a very allergic person, as many of you know already from Insta. So that feels really lovely right there. It's great because one pump was really enough for the whole face as a second cleanse. Now I wonder if this needs to be washed off or not. Reading here right now, there are some key benefits assigned to it. So it says scientifically proven to smooth and soften the skin, repairs and reduces the production of free radicals, preserves a healthy skin microbiome. Nice to know that it's vegan, it's not a GMO, it contains 95.89% of natural origin ingredients. It's got a sustainable packaging. It's suitable for all skin types, and that I can attest to. Like, you literally saw me trying it here for the first time, and there was no allergy whatsoever. So it's a very clean formulation, I would say, and it's made to remove light makeup. So I think it was a good idea that I did a first removal layer with my micellar water, which is what I will always do anyway. Now I do sometimes do a third cleanse, and on this occasion I am going to, because like I said, I am having allergies today, so I do want to feel like my skin has been deeply cleansed. So what I'm going to use for that is going to be something that I actually keep a big bottle of in my shower, because I don't know where my small traveling bottle is. But I'm basically going to be using the Fizz AC, and this one's the foaming gel, fine foaming gel. Now this one comes in a like big tub, but you can also get it on the smaller tub. So it comes out like that. What I'm going to do is just wet the product, and then I'll make it foam a little bit between my hands, which I've obviously previously cleansed. Cleansed hands for my face cleanse is always like a basic, I feel like. I don't know. at least for me. So I'm just gonna let that work in there a little bit. And this product, when I use it regularly, any sort of acne at bay, particularly in that time of the month, if you know what I mean, I get visited by a couple of lovely acne spots in that time of the month, and then this one will always help. I was having allergies today, so maybe it might be a better idea if I just apply some moisturizer from La Roche-Posay. It's just something really, really simple. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be letting my skin breathe while I cook, I eat, etc. And then before going to bed, I'm going to be applying the Effaclar Iso Biome Age, and this is a lovely cream. It's going to be something super light. I actually wanted to do some skin treatments, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow because I feel like my skin's been through enough today when it comes to just like being in contact with spring again, etc., and just all the weather change from the trip and all of that jazz. Good morning, everyone. So I was actually just recording and my camera ran out of battery, so I'm doing a little test trial in here and I'm recording on my iPhone. So let's see how that goes. At least you won't miss this part where I tell you about some of my new favorite makeup products I've been using. So this is not really a new one, but it is just a new package. This is the By Brightening CC Serum. I've applied that all over my face. It's basically like a CC serum, but it will also act as a skincare piece. So it's kind of like a glowing base. And sometimes on days when I'm very happy with my skin, I will just use this product and not apply anything else. So that's what I've applied on my face. Happily a sunny day, so there's quite a bit of sunshine today. That might show in here. And then the other product that I was talking to you about. So basically, when the camera ran out of battery, I had talked to you about the two products I wanted to mention. So then the other one is this one. So this is the Dior Show Brow Styler, Ultra Fine Precision Brow Pencil, and I have it in the color 002 Dark Brown. So this is what I've used to define my brows this morning. Comes with a little spoolie at the end, which I really appreciate, and then on the other side you just turn it and then you're gonna get that super fine line. On my lid, what I've been doing is applying an all over kind of shiny, glowy, very light pink shade, almost like skin color when I'm not fake tanned. Chanel, and it's one of those like creamy sort of pots in there. Really, really like this one, especially because it's particularly nice for those days when just need to be a little bit quick. For my liner, I'm not really doing a proper like defined line. What I'm gonna do is just use this really big crayon, which I'm actually gonna have to sharpen a little bit. So let's look for a sharpener first. What I've been doing is like I've been just lining the outer part and then letting that just line like the outer part a tiny bit. I'm gonna have to do it on the other mirror. There we go. So I'll just line a little bit on the outside, and then with an angled brush, I'm going to touch up that and just kind of like bring it out to sort of create a wing. That's it. Just a little bit to kind of like wake up the look, basically. For the last part, I'm just gonna add a little bit of mascara, and I think that will be it. I don't really have time to do a little bit more of an elaborate makeup today. It's gonna be probably a hot day today. Hair's looking clean and still a little bit curled from yesterday, so I'm happy with that. That will be my makeup for the day. Here, like I said, I don't think I will be touching or correcting or anything like that. And now for the next part, what I'm going to be doing is just choosing my outfit and probably having to dash out the door. So I'm going to show you my outfit probably once we're on the location. Like I was saying before my camera battery died, I was actually just explaining to you, we are about to go to a castle here in Normandy. We're going to do a little visit. It's going to be a lovely kind of like day with the husband, so that's going to be fun. And yeah, so I was actually telling you about this company. We rented our car with, and it's basically a company that puts you in contact with people that rent you their own cars. So you're renting it from a particular person, you're not really renting it from a company itself, like a car rental place. And what I really love about this place is that you can be anywhere in France and somebody will have put a car up for rent. So the fantastic thing is that you can talk to the actual owners of the car and they'll actually either bring it to you, or you can arrange like a midpoint place to find yourselves at, and you don't need to go to like car rentals that sometimes are a little bit far away, or on BC weekends like on this one you might not be able to find the type of car that you were looking for, etc. So we've actually rented a little sports car for the weekend and it seems like a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun driving it yesterday. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun driving it today. It's a little Audi TT and I'm just very happy with it. I think I might have found the next type of car I would like to have, but in any case, I need to leave you and I will see you in a tiny bit. Gone for a very simple styling for today's Sunday date. So I basically have a silk shirt, I have wide cotton trousers and just usual jewelry. Sleeveless coat is on. I've also gone for Celine Sunny's Birkin 30, and yeah, I think that's about it. So let's go and see this lovely castle together. So pretty in here. We are here at an area that inspires me so much because we are, as you know, house hunting, and one of the criteria is to be able to have a terrain that's buildable and that we can not only expand the house and like make a pool or whatnot if there's not one, but also have a little greenhouse to kind of like grow our own food, etc., etc. And so this area in here is just so inspiring. What they'll do is they'll grow all of their aromatics in here, and in the garden where you saw earlier, I don't know if you can see that there, but like over there they have a lovely bar where they'll do cocktails with all of their alcohols, and then in here they'll grow the aromatics for those cocktails, like to kind of like mix in with your cocktails. And they have all of these lovely raised beds in here where they'll add everything that they started growing in their greenhouse, and then once it's like safely grown to like a medium size or a baby size, they'll bring it into this raised beds. I love this. So we have some estragon in here, Martel d'Italie in there. Oh look, this is the rose one. I love how there's like a little sit in here planned for you to be able to sit and just admire the roses. So lovely in here. Good morning, everyone, or more like early afternoon for you. It is currently Monday and it is the bank holiday. So even if I do have a little bit of work to get done, husband has taken the day completely off. And so I am very luckily having a little bit of a brunch put together. Normally we do this on Sundays, but because we had that visit yesterday, we didn't end up doing a homemade brunch. So it was postponed for today. Located in a beautiful domain. It's actually on the sort of like gardens of a castle. So it was really, really lovely to have a little tour. I've actually taken a bite already, but there's basically a couple of croissants. And then we're having this, which is one of my favorite breads. I'll do it with pistachio, hazelnuts, and cranberries. Absolutely delicious. And then there's couple of different cheeses. I know that's Emmental, and I know that one will be chèvre or goat's cheese. But then for this one, what is it? The one with Tommefleur. So it's out of the cow, is that correct? So it's a cow's cheese. And then we have some Breton biscuits, a little bit more of that bread, Tristan's very famous guacamole. We have some of that apple juice that we bought at the property we visited yesterday. No, at another property. So this one's from Eau Toutan, and it's also coming from Normandy. It's actually a family we visited, and they're making this delicious apple juice, and they've been doing it for 5 generations. We didn't visit the family, actually. We just visited the domain and a little bit of their gardens as well. And then we have some apple marmalade, and we have some with the red fruits. Absolutely delicious. And that will be our brunch.